So I just saw this article online, and this guy was complaining about the fact that he is not able to pay off his student loans. And he was trying to make the case in the article as to why the government should forgive him of his loans. And essentially what he was saying was, I didn't understand what I was getting myself into when I took out the loan, and so now I didn't understand it, and now I can't pay it back, and blah blah blah. And he's making that argument. And this is one of the reasons that Bernie Sanders was so successful in the 2016 election. This is one of the reasons why people want socialism in the United States, because of education. Bernie said, we're going to give everybody free education for everybody free college. It's like, no, that's stupid, because not everybody should go to college. That was an idea back in, 50 years ago. The United States had the idea that, if we give everybody student loans and allow them to go to school, then that will boost the economy down the road. That will help the economy down the road. Well, 50 years later, we see median household income pretty stagnant. But what's happening to the price of college? Boom, it's going up. But people don't understand that when they go to college. And I fault the education system for that. As Dave Ramsey says, people are uneducated about education. I fault the education system, but I also fault the individual people for not taking the time to figure out what they're getting themselves into. The answer is not free college. The answer is not socialism. The answer is not to whine and complain to the government until you get your loan forgiven. That's not going to help the situation. That's going to make it worse. People don't understand interest rates. If you go to a bank, right, and you take out a certain amount of money, the bank wants to make a profit on that money. So they're going to slap an interest rate on that. And you're going to pay more back than you borrowed because that's the interest rate. It's the same thing. If interest rates are high and you're saving money, that money will compound interest over time. That will earn more and more money just sitting there, because the bank will use that essentially to loan to other people, and they'll make the money back. You'll essentially be gaining interest. You'll accrue interest over time. And that's what happens with college loans. There are different types of college loans. Some of them immediately begin accruing interest right as you take them out. So you're already accruing interest. Some you wait until you're done, or at least half of the time until you're done. But no, they all accrue interest at some point. And so you're going to end up paying more than you borrowed to begin with, especially if you pay for a longer amount of time, right? The longer you pay, the more you're going to pay, because the interest will just keep going up and up and up and up and up. People should stop. This guy right here. And this guy, it's too late for him. He made mistakes. He was naive. He was uneducated, and he made bad decisions. But you, if you're a high school student, or if you're considering going to college, you need to stop and think. You need to say, hey, look, here I am right here. This is how much money I plan on taking in student loans if I can't afford to go, right? This is how much money I plan on taking on student loans. I'm going to do some research, into my career field once I get my degree. This is how much money I'll be making right out of college, blah, 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 blah. And you estimate how much money you'll be making, and then calculate how much time it'll take you to pay off those loans. Does that seem like a reasonable amount of time? Do you want to undertake that task of having to pay off those loans? If not, go find a mentor. Find somebody who's already doing it. Talk to them. Sit down. Say, how did you get to where you are? What's the best route for me? I mean, when I started going to college, right? I wanted to go into broadcast journalism. I wanted to be on the radio. And this is before Instagram, YouTube, and everything like that. So I about my sophomore year, I started thinking, I was like, wait a minute, what are these people making that are on the radio? And I looked outside of college, they're not making that much money, right? Not everybody is going to be the next Rush Limbaugh, Mark Levin, Michael Savage, whatever. So the average, broadcaster on the radio is not making that much money. So what I did was I went to my local radio station, I found some mentors, and I said, how did you get to where you are? And I followed those footsteps, because the best way to learn is from somebody who's there, who's already done it. You can learn from their failures, and you can learn from their successes. But people just want to automatically say, oh, socialism this, socialism that, free college is going to be great. It's not. Not everybody should go to school. And the fact that everybody receives a student loan, that's a problem as well. Why are you giving student loans to people who are pursuing gender studies degrees? If someone's saying, hey, I'm going for gender studies, can I take out $50,000? No, you don't give them that. That's ridiculous. They're not going to be able to pay that off. You're not going to be able to pay off that money. You're not going to be making enough money. Like, think about it. If you get a degree in gender studies, you can't become a doctor with that. You can't become a lawyer with that, right? That the only thing that a gender studies degree is worth is teaching other people about gender studies. If you go and become a doctor or a lawyer or something of that nature, then you're going to be making a lot of money. You can pay those loans back. Obviously, the loans are going to be higher because you have to go to school for longer, and medical school is ridiculously expensive. Same with law school. But you're going to be able to pay that back because you're making a lot of money. So it's easier that way. Hey, if you want free college, join the military, right? There we go. But you need to think about that. Does it seem like something you want to do? If not, get a trade, work, earn money, and then pay for yourself to go to school. Don't take out a loan. Debt is essentially slavery. If you're indebted to somebody, you are paying your money that you're making to that person every single month, and you're paying more because of the interest rate, like I was saying before. Why not make money, save up to go to school, and then go to school when you have the money to pay for your degree, especially if you're getting something like gender studies where you're not going to be making enough to pay off the loan. Why not earn money yourself before you go into school? There are so many solutions. But people just want to jump to socialism because they think that'll work. Hey, what is a high school diploma worth? It's not worth that much. That's because everybody goes. If everybody starts going to college, the value of college is going to drop. The price is going up, which we see the price is going up right now, and the value is dropping. So if everybody's going, value is not going to be that high. If everybody in the United States was a doctor, then doctors wouldn't be in high demand. Therefore, the value of being a doctor wouldn't be that high. The point is that the very few people, and that's how college started. It was for the people who had done well in school. They're going to go on. They're going to become doctors, lawyers, and things that require college degrees. So they started going to school, and a lot of people still didn't. But then they had this idea that if everybody goes, because those people are successful because they went, so maybe if I go, I'll be successful as well. No, that's not how it works. That's like saying, hey, people on the basketball team tend to be pretty good at basketball and they tend to be tall. So maybe if I join the basketball team, I'll be tall and I'll be good at basketball. No, that doesn't mean that. If you're good at basketball and you're tall, then you join the basketball team. Right? Just like if you're good at school, if you're good at finishing things, if you're intelligent and you want to be a doctor, then you do that. Then you go to school. Right? It's like, people that sign with record labels tend to have great musical talent. So perhaps if I sign with a record label, then I will have fantastic musical talent. It's like, no, if you don't have any musical talent, signing with a record label isn't going to give you that talent. It's the same kind of deal with college. Just putting you in college and kicking you through the system, letting you take out all these loans, that doesn't guarantee success. And that's what people have decided over time. We have this system, right? It's like you're pumping out the same people. It's like, you're born, you go to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, get a job, get married, buy a house, have kids. Those kids go to elementary school, and like the cycle continues and continues and continues. Because they just imagine, hey, the more people those people are successful because they went to college. So the more people we pump into college, the more successful people we're going to have. That's not happening. The median income is stagnant. It's not working. The solution is not working. It was working far better when not everybody went to college and the people who needed to go or that were intelligent enough to go went. That was when it was working. Right? Trade schools are all over the place. You can make a ton of money. And if you want to go to college and you, like I said, and your career isn't going to pay you enough money to pay the loans back, earn money and then go. I mean, this is all very, very simple. People don't understand the interest rates, and they apply to the economy as well. I mean, the theory behind the interest rates in the economy is that, think about it this way. Let's say you're driving a car and you step on the gas, right? So if you step on the gas, you're pressing down the accelerator. Let's say you're dropping the interest rates. What happens when you press? The car goes faster. The idea is if you lower the interest rates, the economy is going to grow faster, or at least push the economy faster. Because people say, hey, there's no interest rate, therefore my money that I'm saving isn't going to be accruing any interest, so I'm going to pull my money out and spend it on the economy. So people start spending it. What happens when you slow down the car? So you start slowing it down, you raise the interest rates, right? If you pull the accelerator up, you raise the interest rates. People are saying, oh, wait a minute, let's slow down here. Interest rates are going up. I'm going to put my money in savings, and I'm going to accrue interest. So learn this stuff, guys. No, seriously. And I'm not making this video to like lecture people who are taking out student loans. I don't want to, just look like a jerk here, but just take some time and evaluate where you're going in life. Think about your life before you start making decisions. Forward thinking is very important. Stop right now. Say, hey, you know what? I did want to go to school to learn Spanish I was going to get my degree in language, right? But now that I think about it, I'll only be able to teach people that language. What else am I going to be able to do in the world? Right? So look at what other people make that are doing that. Look at the average. Don't look at like one person. That's what people do when they drop out of college. Like, oh, yeah, I dropped out of college, and Bill Gates dropped out of college. Look at him. He's a billionaire. I'm going to be a billionaire. It's like, no, that's not how it works, right? It's just you can't compare yourself to the best in the field. You can strive to be the best in the field, but you can't compare yourself to the best in the field. Look at the averages. Prepare for the worst, pray for the best, right? That's the famous quote. But anyway, just wanted to make this video because that article irritated me so much, because as people start to advocate for socialism because they can't afford to pay off their loans, they advocate for free college and everything. They're screwing us all over for mistakes that they could have easily avoided. So I'm helping you, or at least I'm trying to. Maybe it's too late for you as you're watching this video. Who knows? But anyway, if you enjoyed, like and share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.